20 times.
Yeah, welcome everyone! We are the Grin brothers! And aside from a little heating issue of the laptop, I mean, we're apparently going for a heat wave. I'm not sure what everyone's been going on about.
We definitely are. Have been.
I've been freezing in my coat.
Today's been a fair bit cooler. How's Evangelicist? I'd go to hell for that.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing her.
We didn't see her. You don't see any of the characters in
There's
these
no socio-political agenda. We're only seeking to further an objective understanding of black magic. However, there has been some recent schisms of the sect. The more radical faction does not seem to care for morals or common decency.
Yeah, basically, most of them were just curious, and then some were like, hell, and succubus. Okay. I'd go to hell for that.
The statue definitely looked nothing like those. Sometimes those who discipline themselves the hardest are the ones who are most likely to break. The demons who wield dominion over lust can find the smallest crack in a person's psyche to tempt them down the path of destruction. It's like the monk will never truly be free from the problem, and the incubus promises of all the parties and pleasures may one day prove too much for it. I misread the R and thought he said pasties.
And submerged memories.
He looks like he's having a good time.
He
kind of looks like the protagonist of Catherine.
Yeah, he does.
In fact, the facial expression helps sell that as well.
The girl, the Scylla, kind of reminds me of Aerith. I think it's the hair.
A very flat-chested Aerith.
Well,
that's actually probably...
No, she's not actually flat-chested.
Really? There's nothing that's, like, sticking out at all.
It's the angle.
The angle, it just makes her...
But she has titties, I can assure you.
Just because they're flat doesn't mean they, don't exist.
Well, yeah, I'm aware of that.
They said the beautiful mermaid was not provided to a monster, but I didn't see a monster there.
The Scylla. The woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mermaid.
Yeah, she was a monster because her mermaid tail was a giant serpent tail with razor-sharp teeth
I'm not sure that's enough to constitute monster.
I mean, in this modern-day society, we consider monsters the things from Monster Mizumi. So, nothing's a monster anymore. Magic carpet.
The person hasn't updated it in a while, but one of the artists I commissioned previously, so everything but Harpy's problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Orca Leon. I know they did a series. I think they're still out, but they must have been busy with other stuff at this late.
That's really
doing a series of basically all the female Pokemon characters in the Monster Musume sort of style, but with Pokemon in place of the monsters, as it were. So they did like the Misty Mermaid, but it was like Gyarados tail sort of thing.
Well, that's cool. And that's derived skills.
I was a little disappointed in that they didn't go with Mr. Mime for Mrs. Ketchum. Like they did like an Entei sort of hybrid sort of thing. It's like,
but her
come
Pokemon
on,
is Mr. Mime.
I know. For some reason they didn't think they could make it sexy, I guess.
But then again,
they managed to do that with Steelix and Jasmine, though. And actually, were quite creative with it, because it wasn't just like a typical Lamia sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, it was the arms were the Steelix's sort of thing.
Oh, that's cool.
And, still had the, I guess, what a lot of people came to see from his gallery, the sex appeal factor.
Yeah. Overwatch. I'm going to talk about Overwatch.
That's probably better because most of my stuff here is probably controversy. I mean, Marvel film casting, chairs. Too much controversy here.
Chairs, truly. Overwatch has a new hero coming out. His name is Sigma. He's a crazy old Dutch man that is being manipulated by talent to do evil deeds. He has the power of gravity.
Oh, whoops! I didn't check mine. Well, I need like 4 for the next thing I want, don't I?
You've got 5, so you can get deep pockets. You're after deep pockets.
That's in common, isn't it?
Back 2. There you go. Back 1.
I only need 1 extra point because I may get another just to be able to get.
Later on, you can get more, but at the moment,
I just want to have the diversity of spells. So I've got.
Yeah.
And for now, I'll probably just equip Thunderhead, so I've got that ready because I've still got the Amazon equipment. But once that goes, I can then equip...
Spells.
Yeah, it's D-pad to move across. You can't use the control stick to do that.
Yeah, Sigma. He is an interesting looking hero. He's got a barrier. He has a projectile that bounces and can injure himself. It shoots out basically 2 marbles.
Which is hilarious.
He can yeet a rock at
Oops,
people.
that's me.
Yeah, so yeah. He can yeet a rock at people.
Where to?
I can control this bit.
Oh.
Well, let's go here.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we have to go path A on this one.
The inside of the cave connects to
So we're going to try path A.
It seems large enough to contain an ocean. Sailors dread passing through this area. There are
What was I going to say? Yeah, he looks like quite a fun tank. He's also got a move that... Okay, so one of his moves is the ability to... It's like a mini defense matrix. He absorbs any incoming projectile type attack.
You mean attack matrix? There's no such thing as defense.
Defense heroes aren't real.
Or a tank matrix. And also you might want to explain to people what a defense matrix is.
Oh yeah, defense
It's
matrix
Diva's
is...
technique, isn't it?
Yeah, one of Diva's attacks. It's basically a mini block. Is probably the easiest way to describe it. A section in front of you absorbs all projectile-based attacks. So, bullets, mostly.
Ah, yeah, I suck at this part. Those fire spells don't work in the water. I was chain comboing that guy. Well, juggling. Oh, admittedly, that does actually remind me of one thing I didn't actually write down on my list. I ended up watching a video on the inclusion of Link, Hayashima, and Spawn in Soulcalibur II.
Okay.
It originally came about because Namco, don't worry, this will be a quick thing. Namco were making a arcade board with Nintendo alongside Sega, because Sega, when they departed the console market, made an arcade board with... I know they made one with Nintendo and Xbox, but I'm not... Microsoft, I'm not sure if they made one with Sony, but I assume so.
Is it real?
But they made one with each company. But,
we're going to go route A, see if I'm wrong, then go route B.
But originally they made they had the idea of Link in Soulcalibur as a result of making Soulcalibur 2 on that sort of arcade board.
Yeah.
And they said, so Link was the first one, but then they thought, well, pointing to the consoles, we should think who should we have for the other ones. Originally, for Sony's one, it was going to be Cloud.
Oh.
And they were actually almost done with it when they were told that some sort of... it's unclear what happened, but basically the deal fell through. And so they couldn't include Cloud. So they needed to, because they were so far in development of it, they needed someone quickly to add it instead. And so they added in Hayashima, because, you know, same engine.
Yeah.
They could just easily port it over. They, of course, still have to do some work, because juggling isn't done in Soulcalibur.
Yeah.
So... Gosh, you skeletons suck with this whole poison thing.
They really are kind of dumb.
Yeah, so that's why I had to make it. And apparently, this one I don't have any sources on, but for Xbox, they were going to have Kazumi from Dead or Alive.
Interesting.
Problem is the director of Dead or Alive at the time, Itagaki, and both the past and present director of Tekken hated one another's guts. As mentioned before, Itagaki's least favourite games are Tekken, Tekken, and Tekken.
Yeah.
So there was no way in heck they were going to actually be able to get that done.
I think it's a route B one. Oh well.
What are you looking for? Because if it was that hidden wall, it was
No,
just
it's a
like...
fossil.
Okay. I mean, it could have been in that hidden room, but...
It's not.
I
know that much.
But, so of course that fell through, and then they were like, well, we're already commissioning Todd McFarlane to draw a character for us to give some more American appeal. We might as well ask if he wants to include Spawn in the game, because he wants to include Spawn in everything. And along with him pitching a...
You want to make a skeleton?
Yeah, and he was and he was pitching a game towards Namco at the time to make a Spawn game. And so they were like, we have Spawn in Soulcalibur? And he was like, sure! And so that's just how Spawn got in. They had, unfortunately, whilst originally they intended to have his cape in the game, they couldn't actually program that into the already existing engine, because the cape, like in his own game, the cape, they knew that they had to build the cape in, but they didn't obviously put this programming time to sort of program a giant cape, potentially blocking the screen half the time.
Yeah.
So they just basically said, oh, for some reason his cape, which can transform into weapons, is stuck in the form of an axe the entire time. Since transporting to the Sue world. He's figuring out why it's happened. But yeah, that was how they got included in Soulcalibur 2. Cool. I'm kind of disappointed that Kazumi didn't get in, but that's just because I like Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
As much as it's kind of... ironically, its 6th entry has gone downhill as Soulcalibur's 6th entry has risen it to new heights.
Yeah. But yeah, Sigma. So he's got an ability that lets him basically just absorb attacks, and he gains armor based on the damage that he absorbs. Turns out, Blizzard have actually given him unique voice lines for absorbing ultimates.
Oh. Was it like per character or unique voice line just for... Oh, he's absorbed an ultimate instead?
Per ultimate.
Oh wow, that's a lot of effort. He's not the one voiced by Spice Guy, is he?
No.
We're still waiting to this day.
And we will continue waiting.
Was it just that Old Spice likes to pop over to Blizzard every now and again?
Maybe.
I'll stop them.
Yes?
Sorry, I got distracted.
Yeah, I just didn't want to interrupt you again, so...
Not nice people. Ranny, do your job and hurry up and open the boxes.
I'm curious who that was. They said maybe I should wear armor, so so it'll be funny if they turn out to be a fighter skeleton.
I think certain voice lines are set to certain skeletons. But yeah, so thank you, camera angle. Really helpful. Yeah, so for example, if he blocks Hanzo's ult and absorbs the arrow before the dragons comes out, Hanzo's voice line is the dragon hungers,
yeah,
I believe. And Sigma just goes, the dragon has been consumed. And yeah, just like kind of little funny quips like that. But he looks like quite a fun character, and I'm looking forward to playing as him. The other interesting thing is they've done a bunch of like buffs and stuff as well for other characters. And they're reworking a bunch of stuff. So Brigitte's being reworked.
There's no such thing. Now Jeff says there's no such thing as tanks. They are just attack and support.
And no one plays support. So
now Mercy is just an attack class.
She can only use her gun.
Her heal now does damage.
To be honest, that would be terrifying. Only to your allies, though. Get back here, you little sod.
I still love that Americans don't have that word. So there was a lot of in the Nintendo Life reviews for Devil's Third. There was a good deal of jokes because the evil organization is named SOD.
They don't know what the word sod is.
Americans and Japanese don't have the word sod. It's actually a very British word.
Oh.
I mean, it just means dirt, but...
I mean, yeah. Generally don't know where. Yeah, it must be in the Route B. Yeah, Brigitte's being reworked. She's losing a lot of her tankiness. Because admittedly, she is a bit...
Because they're getting rid of tanks for attack classes! I was right!
Because she's, like, way too, like, good at everything.
Including healing.
Healing is generally what she's considered the weakest at, which is funny because she's a support.
She's a support.
Brigitte.
From what I've heard people refer to it, I never would have imagined support.
Brigitte is a support character. Because she's got the ability to heal. Her thing is that when she hits people, she can heal. Her ult heals, as well as if the person is on full health, gives them armor. She has a projectile that heals allies and homes in on them. The projectile will provide armor as overheal.
Yeah. This is what she currently has, or what she
currently has. Okay. She's got her shield, her stun, and whiplash.
Yeah.
We're just going to continue
adventure and hope we find them.
No, I need to change my shoes.
And you want to go to what you found good shoes, or you then damage?
My shoes are almost broken.
Okay. Well, we needed to go to the Route B one of that anyway. Yeah.
Praise. Intellect on an axe. No, thank you. But yeah, so Brigitte's being reworked so that she's more of a healer.
Okay.
And less able to do what she does. The idea behind Brigitte was she was supposed to be an anti-flanker.
Okay, so good at taking people who attack from the rear?
Yeah, able to, because she's got the
stun. So basically anti-stealth people.
Yeah, so if Tracer tried running around the side, she could stun her, slap her, whiplash,
or say sniper sort of thing.
Snipers don't go near the point.
Okay, so not completely anti-stealth. I mean, snipering is technically stealth.
It's really not. She's designed to anti...
I don't know, did you ever spot Kiris when we were playing Bond games?
Wherever the loot is. You're supposed to fight people like Genjis and Tracers, Reapers, stuff like that. And she was really good at it.
Too good, apparently.
Yeah, she was. The problem was she could also just kind of run in and start beating people to death.
To be fair, how often is a character added to a game and they're not good enough? It's usually a good sign if the character needs nerfing at first rather than buffing, because it's a bit weird if they're too weak at first.
Well, that's... Overwatch has on occasion introduced a character that they didn't actually really need to change much. And people complain that they're underpowered, but it's like... well, no, Dota has, sorry, not Overwatch. It's like, they're not underpowered, they're balanced. They're the way they're supposed to be, but because you're so used to new characters coming in completely broken or completely unusable, you don't understand.
In Overwatch, wasn't it Doomfist wasn't considered very good when he was first added?
Doomfist was... yeah.
Because I never heard anyone saying Doomfist was overpowered.
He's reached his point where he can fight really well, though. That Brigitte also was able to counter Doomfists. But they've reworked her to still pretty much be able to do everything that she does now, but be more focused on healing and be less tanky, to make her feel more in line with the other supports that actually need a team. So her shield is going from 500 to 200 health.
Yep.
Which I think is a bit extreme. I think like 250 or 300 would have been fine, but whatever. They're giving her 3 charges on her heal, and it heals over time rather than instant. Her ultimate heals more on allies, but less on herself. But overall more on allies than it used to.
The inside of the cave,
her stun has a slightly shorter duration, which is fine because...
So she now needs more people around her to help, but in turn she's more beneficial to those other people.
Yeah. She's more of a team character. Her whiplash...
That kind of makes sense for, the team game, yeah. Like, how many other non-team characters are there supposed to be? Like, as in, are there supposed to be, rather than... they just turned out like they're not supposed to be.
Well, You have characters that kind of just run off and do their own thing. Like, Hammond can work very well with a team, but the way he's designed is very much run in on his own, disrupt the enemy.
Hamster ball, yeah.
Yeah, take a couple hits, run away, and just hit and run.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm liking the sound of that. They're nerfing Ariza, making it so her shield has a longer cooldown. Because, as I rightfully agree with people, it felt like there was no point actually shooting at her shield, because by the time you break it, 9 times out of 10, she just puts another one out.
A beautiful voice
So,
in the
oh,
sea
cool,
calls
thanks,
out.
game.
She wondered, which path will you take?
We'll end the episode on after you finish your current thing about Bridget, then...
Yeah. Well, that was all I had to say about Bridget.
Okay, then next time we'll continue your thingamajig, because we're 20 minutes in.
Alright. Bye. Remember to like, comment, subscribe.
And cheerio!